I honestly kind of forgot about this. And when I did check it out, it was just so crappy I couldn't be bothered. But I remembered now, so let me do a rundown of it. As we all unfortunately knew, Miss Marvel died in the comics, and we all knew she was coming back. And less than 2 months later, she was back. And now she's a mutant, but she's also an inhuman, and she's also a this and a that, and all kind of drama. And the girl who plays her on Ms. Marvel on Disney Plus and all kind of thing, I think it's Imani Vellani. She is co-writing this new Ms. Marvel, the New Mutant, along with this other writer who's there as well. So they're writing this Ms. Marvel comic, and it is such boring, predictable nonsense. It's not even funny. You pretty much know exactly where this crap is going, and that's kind of the problem. Well, let me go through this once and for all. So the comic starts off with Ms. Marvel having some dream about how they're all the mutants and the Inhumans and the X-Men and all of them are and champion all that thing, and then they all want her to join the team, and she's so incredible, and all of a sudden she gets attacked by a giant hand that is trying to knock her down, and she's fighting this giant hand, and this trying to play it off like some kind of identity crisis, that she's being pulled in two different worlds and all kind of stuff. Or the two different worlds, a couple of them, and it's really really kind of ridiculous, and she's apparently been having this dream for a while, and then every time the dream happens, she ends up seeing some kind of cosmic entity that's riding a surfboard, has Doctor Strange cloak and all kind of, it's just really weird. It's just really, really weird. So we're back to it now, and Ms. Marvel is alive. Right? She's alive because we all knew that was going to happen. She's back and she's alive. And listen to the stupid part of this. Emma Frost apparently mind wiped the entire world, so everybody forgot that she died. So everybody forgot Miss Marvel died. So then the question has to be asked: what was the point of the funeral then? What was the point of it? What was the point of having this long, drawn-out funeral where I had Peter Parker going up to her parents and telling them, what, your daughter was my hero? You're like in your 30s, that's creepy. I mean, what was the point of the whole funeral? It made no sense. If you were going to bring her back, why have this big, drawn-out funeral? You could have just okay, she supposedly died here today, and then, tomorrow, bam, she's back. That's it. But no, you just wasted that whole thing to try and garner sympathy when nobody cared about it. Literally nobody cared about it. So, after the whole fall of Krakoa nonsense that happened and all of this thing that went on at the Hellfire Gala, the X-Men are once again in hiding, and everybody hates mutants because literally Marvel has run out of ideas of what to do. The mutants were always outsiders. That was what made them interested. Marvel decided that they were going to have the X-Men and mutant kind of abandon everything that they have ever stood for, go to their island, become drug dealers, and living on the island thing where they were having full-blown orgies and all kind of crap and what was going on over there. And then Orchis comes along, destroys all of that, and now everybody hates mutants again, and they're after them because, let's go back instead of forward. That makes perfect sense. So Ms. Marvel is apparently heading to some school that is being run by Orchis so she could spy on them. You understand me? And apparently her friend Bruno is going with her and all of this, and there's this big scene where her family and everybody has to do this big group hug because everybody just loves her, and that's so amazing and so stuff. So they go to this school and what and the other, and she meets a roommate there and all of this. And she ends up going into these sewers because that's where the mutants are now hiding under there. And of course, they are so happy to see her because Miss Marvel is the bestest ever and they can't get enough of her. And she's absolutely fantastic, and Rasputin hugs her and all of this stuff there, and she's got candy bar, and they're all so happy and all of this, because apparently that's supposed to make some kind of sense. So Sink and Talon want her to break into well, in the school they have detected that underneath the school there's some kind of secret lab under there, and they want her to get in because apparently, even though she's a mutant, she is undetectable to Orcus's equipment. Orcus equipment can detect mutants, and then they hunt them down and attack them and try to kill them. But Ms. Marvel is a mutant and also inhuman. And the whole thing about her being a mutant now, she hasn't gotten any new powers, still the same giant hands nonsense. That's it. Right? She is apparently undetectable, so that means she could break in and all of this. Okay. Makes sense. She's undetectable. She could sneak into the lab and that won't be a problem. They're going to screw that up very soon, but that's kind of par for the course. So they talked to her and they wanted to go in and all of that stuff. So then she goes and has a talk with her friend Bruno where she tells him that, she died and the X-Men brought her back to life because she's a mutant, but she's also an inhuman. And her family has no idea that she died and all of this stuff. Again, what was the point of the funeral? I mean, what did somebody have noticed that, even if you mind wipe the world, that, people spent money for this funeral, that they buried something. It doesn't make any kind of sense. You're just saying like, okay, the funeral and that you were literally pushing to be so important doesn't matter anymore, but, go with it anyway. God. Yeah. Whatever. So, all of a sudden, something attacks the place, and everybody's running. Now, again, as I talked about how they're going to screw it up because they can't detect that she's a mutant, so she decides to go out and save everybody in her new costume that has the giant X-Men symbol all over it. You could have put on your old costume, which still looks ridiculously stupid, by the way. But what is the point of this new costume? If you're supposed to be undetectable to them, why would you wear an outfit that literally screams, "I'm a mutant"? How is that supposed to be a stealth mission? It's like going in to somewhere and screaming, "I'm going to blow this place up," before you've actually done it. It's really, really stupid. She puts on an outfit that literally screams, "I'm a mutant, I'm an X-Men" to everybody, even though you're supposed to be undercover. It makes literally no sense. So she goes out there, understand me, and apparently it's a Chitauri that's out there, and she goes and she sees that, and as she goes out there, everybody's out shouting, "Is that Miss Marvel? She's wearing an X-Men suit. What's she doing in New York? Where's Spider-Man?" All of this. So the Chitauri attacks her, she one-shots it, knocks it down, and then we get to find out that apparently the Chitauri was in the in Orcus's secret lab underneath the school, being experimented on and tortured, and then the thing eventually dies. But then it's set to self-destruct. So she tells everyone, everyone needs to run. No, they're more interested to stand there and literally record her because you're all that stupid. So she makes her giant arms again to wrap around them, and they're all, hey, Miss Marvel is attacking us. She tells them, "I'm not attacking, I'm just trying to keep you," and the thing blows up. You're all alive, but no, automatically they turn around and start saying, "But you almost killed us." How does that make any kind of sense I don't know. She literally just saves your miserable lives. But you automatically out there say that, oh, she just tried to kill us. See, they're trying to push this thing now where everybody hates the mutants again. But you're doing it so badly it doesn't actually make any kind of sense. And this is why it keeps getting more and more ridiculous. So then all of a sudden they start, I can't believe there's a real life mutant at our school. Hey mom, can you pick me up? Not even college is safe. Where's the security on this campus? Do you think that's the real Miss Marvel? I heard she died. I thought everybody was literally mind wiped. But whatever. This doesn't make any kind of sense at all. Could she be a clone or an evil mutant twin? And then she says, no, this is not how I thought that would go. You literally put on an X-Men costume, announcing to the world that you're a mutant when you're supposed to be undercover. How the hell did you think this was going to go? How? She's all about, I was just trying to help. So what does she do? She shrinks herself really small and runs away. Yeah, and then she goes on, she talks about how I should have stood up for myself for mutants. They're just a bunch of brainwashed teenagers. I've dealt with those before. And your answer to dealing with them is to run and hide. Yeah. There's a bunch of other stuff that happens, with she and her friend Bruno and all they hug and then they play video games and waste time. And then we get to the Orcus underground laboratory and, all kind of evil is going on there because that's what's going on. And then, there's this big thing on the screen, breaking news, Miss Marvel reportedly a member of the X-Men. Yeah. So your entire stealth mission just disappeared because you decided to put on an X-Men costume. How stupid can you be? This entire thing is just derivative garbage. That's it. Absolute and utter nonsense that they just couldn't do anything about it. They decided, you know what, let's just run with it. That's it. It's bad, but let's just run with it. That's the whole Ms. Marvel issue number 1, because apparently it doesn't need to be good, make any kind of sense, be interesting. It just needs to be boring, repetitive garbage that they put out claiming to be a comic. Way to go, Marvel, you screwed up yet another one from a character that nobody gives two flying craps about. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. If you have a different opinion, I'd love to hear it. If you like the video, try to hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, ring the notification bell for every time I put out a new video. And I shall see you all next time. Take care.